If you're new to Facebook ads and you want to bring in more sales or leads and increase your revenue like our clients did, you can do that in the 5 steps that I'm going to share with you today. And in case you don't know, I'm Brandy with Life Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. We've driven over $272 million in revenue for our clients from Facebook ads alone. And so the steps I'm sharing today are the real steps that are working right now for other small businesses just like yours. And make sure you watch to the end because step number 5 is one that could really make or break your business as a whole. Now, super quickly, before we get into these 5 steps, you need to make sure that your Metapixel is installed. If it already is, you can use the timestamps below to jump to the next section. Your Metapixel, formerly called your Facebook Pixel, but it's the same thing, is the little piece of code that should be installed on your website. Each Facebook ad account has its own designated Metapixel ID, and that ID or code needs to be installed on your website so that it can track any and all activity across all of your website pages. So before you do anything else, you'll need to grab the Metapixel from your specific ad account and install it on your website. The instructions for this will look different depending on what kind of website you have, like if it's built on WordPress or Shopify or Wix or what have you. But if you just Google how to install the Metapixel on my website, Facebook has a step-by-step article out there for you to follow that I will put a link for on screen as well. And then once you have that set up, you can install the Metapixel Helper Chrome extension so that you can double check to make sure the pixel is working and firing correctly on your website. I know that might seem super vague and high tech for some of you, but I promise you can do it, and that Facebook support article will walk you through everything you need to do step by step to make it easy. But just know you have to get that set up before you do anything else that we talk about in this video. All right, once you've got that taken care of, the first step you want to take before you start running your Facebook ads is to upload custom audiences. These are the 5 main custom audiences you want to create in your ad account and why. Number 1, upload a customer list, name, email, phone number of any customers you've acquired. You'll use this to either retarget them if your business is one that generates repeat purchases, or you'll use this to exclude them from your ad audience if you don't want to waste ad dollars advertising to people who have already converted. Number 2, if you have a separate list of email subscribers but they're not customers yet, upload those as a separate list. You can retarget this list with ads made just for them. Number 3, then you're going to use Facebook to create an audience of people who have engaged with you on Facebook and Instagram, be it post engagement, video views, what have you. You can see we have audiences of people who've engaged with our Facebook and Instagram in the last 30 days. So same thing here, you can retarget these audiences with ads made exclusively for them and where they're at in your sales funnel. People who have visited your website are probably further along in that funnel than people who just watched a couple of videos on your Instagram, so they shouldn't be getting the same ads. What we're doing in this step will set you up later to segment your audiences appropriately. Number 4, if you have any sort of confirmation page on your website that indicates a purchase complete or lead information received, you'll want to create an audience for that here so that you can exclude them from your ad audience to again avoid advertising to people who have already converted recently. You can see we've done that here with people who have landed on our contact form thank you page. That means they've already filled out our contact form and they're in our system. We also have an audience of people who have landed on any of our questionnaire pages because that means they're already a client. We don't have to manually upload these lists and refresh them every so often. We created this audience through the website source so that it's always up to date. Just another perk of your Metapixel being installed. And then finally, number 5, if your customer list is over 1,000 in size, you're going to create a lookalike audience out of it. You can see we've made a lookalike audience here out of our client list. A lookalike audience is a group of new people that Facebook finds who look like the source list. And in this case, the source list is your existing customers. So even though lookalike audiences include a cold audience of people who have never heard of your brand before, they're probably the warmest cold audience there is because they have similar attributes to people who have converted and bought from you. Take a look at this e-commerce client of ours. I'm sparing the name and other details for confidentiality, but you can see we got 83 purchases from them in 30 days alone using a cold lookalike audience at $13.62 per purchase, giving them a 10.21 return on their ad spend. Here's another client we're using a lookalike audience for. Again, these are just 30 days of results. We drove over 1,400 leads for a photography client. All you have to do is upload your customer list as a custom audience in Ads Manager, then choose that audience as the source audience to create a lookalike audience out of. Just make sure your source customer list has about 1,000 customers on it or more, and that you choose the top 1% when creating the lookalike audience. Both of those things will make sure Facebook has a big enough pool of people to analyze and that the new audience it finds for you resembles your customer base as closely as possible. Now, it's important that the source list be your actual customers and clients, not just your general email subscribers. Sometimes business owners combine all of the email addresses they have to try and reach reach that 1,000 contact threshold, but what do you want more of? Email subscribers or paying clients? Paying clients and customers, right? So then your source audience that the lookalike audience is mirroring needs to be your paying clients and customers. Making a lookalike audience out of anything other than your customers will actually hurt your results. All right, so now you've got your 5 main custom audiences uploaded. Step 2 is to choose the right campaign objective. There are 6 Facebook ad campaign objectives. So it's important to get familiar with these because choosing the right or wrong objective can cause the success or the utter failure of the rest of your campaign. You want to choose the objective that best matches the goal you have. I've seen a lot of business owners come to us that have only been running traffic campaigns in the past. They come to us because they're like, I haven't been getting any sales at all from all this traffic. And I'm like, I know, it's because you need to be running a sales campaign. See, Facebook will optimize your ads for your campaign objective. That means if you run a traffic campaign, Facebook is going to show the ad to people within your selected target audience who are likely to click. But if you run a sales campaign, Facebook will show the ad to people within your selected target audience who are likely to click and convert. If you look at the little descriptors under each campaign, you'll see under sales, it says find people likely to purchase your product or service. They actually mean that. So if you're in e-commerce and want to run product ads, or in general just want to increase sales on your website, this is the campaign for you. If you're a B2B or a service-based business and your goal is to capture leads, you can either choose the sales campaign if you want to track lead form completions on your website, or you can choose the leads campaign, which prompts you to set up a lead form directly in Facebook so leads can submit their contact information to you without ever leaving the Facebook platform. Now, if you say, I'm neither, I don't sell products online and I don't convert leads online, maybe you're fully a brick and mortar business like a restaurant or a car wash, then I would suggest either using a lead campaign to capture email addresses that you can send coupons and updates to, or using the engagement campaign, which optimizes for things like video views, post engagement, and messages. You can drum up a lot of brand awareness that way and help the right local audience find you online so that they can visit you in person. So nail down your business goals and then pick the campaign that best reflects those. Step 3 is to segment your audiences and run multiple ad sets. This is where what we did in step 1 is going to come back into play. Ad sets are the second of 3 levels in your ads manager, and it houses the audience, budget, and placements. So the ad set is where you tell Facebook who to show the ad to, where on the platform to show the ad, and for how much or how long. Like I said earlier, people are going to be in different parts of your sales funnel and therefore should receive different ads. For instance, if someone has only ever seen 2 of your Instagram reels from the Explore page, they're not even followers yet, that person would likely benefit from ads that are more educational, helpful, and value-packed. Whereas someone who has added to cart on your website but not yet purchased, that person needs to be sent a product ad with the exact product in it. So overall, you want to have 2 to 4 ad sets, 1 or 2 that's for a cold audience, one of them being a lookalike audience, and 1 or 2 that's for a retargeting audience. But keep in mind, each ad set will have its own ads and therefore need its own budget to fuel it. So at bare minimum, you want to have 1 cold ad set to fill the top of your funnel with new people, and then 1 retargeting ad set that's going to retarget them until they convert. Because statistically, people need to see your brand 7 times on average before they feel comfortable and confident enough to buy from you. You will always see that we run retargeting campaigns for our clients for that reason. The client from earlier that we got 83 purchases for using a lookalike audience, we got another 48 using a retargeting audience at about $3 cheaper too. When you're editing or creating your ad set under the audience section, you may have to click a button that says use original audiences or something like that. I've already clicked it, so mine's prompting me here to go back to using Advantage Plus audiences, but this is where you can select to include or exclude the custom audiences that we made in step 1. And just as a side note, the 5 custom audiences that I had you create earlier are just the most common 5. You can get into the nitty-gritty and create whatever audiences make the most sense for your business. For instance, you can see that we've created an audience of people who visited our career pages to exclude them from this audience, because people trying to get a job with us are not our target audience of small business owners. Look at this e-commerce client of ours in the automotive industry. We're generating a lot of add to carts in 2 campaigns and then retargeting those and getting sales in the other 2. So however it makes sense to segment your audience, do that. I promise it will make all the difference in the world in your Facebook ads. Step 4 is to A/B test Advantage Plus for yourself. Advantage Plus is Facebook's tool in your ad account where it makes a lot of the choices for you. You probably just saw a few moments ago, Facebook wants Advantage Plus to select the audience for us in our ad set. It wants Advantage Plus to make decisions at every turn, the campaign settings, your ad set placements, your ad creatives, etc. If you're completely new to Facebook ads, I can see why this would sound enticing, but as good as Facebook Facebook's intentions may be here, it's not always the best move. There are a lot of instances where I would advise you to set up the campaign manually, selecting your audience being one of them. However, in some cases, Facebook offers the option to A/B test. You can see down here, if I scroll to placements, it gives me the option to run a 4-day A/B test to compare my manual placements against what Advantage Plus would select for me. So I'm going to test it out. Now, it will split your budget in doing this. So what it does is allows you to create this manual campaign, and then it duplicates the ad set and ads into an ad set where Advantage Plus selects the placements. So if you're going to try out Advantage Plus, I would do so in an A/B test. But otherwise, I would do everything manually to ensure that it's the way that you want it. And if you need a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that, check out this video next. I will link it below. That said, there is one Advantage Plus feature that I would never, ever use, which brings us to step 5. Make sure all the Advantage Plus creative features on your ads are turned off. Facebook will automatically assume you want some or all of them on, and even when you turn them all off, you have to turn them off again. Can we tell that this feature has traumatized me? Okay, so you can see here we're in the ad level, and you scroll down to Advantage Plus Creative. It says tailor your ads to the person viewing it by letting us automatically optimize your creative. This can help improve performance. False. Even as I was making this screen share, you can see it has one enhancement turned on, and I swear to y'all, I turned them all off the day before this. Facebook really wants these turned on. So just triple check your ads after you set them up to make sure they're turned off, and I'm about to show you why. Click edit and you'll see all the optimizations Facebook wants to make for you. It wants to add to your image, add a song, make text adjustments, and so on. You can see that even though I had all the optimizations turned off, it somehow turned the music one back on. I want to turn that back off now, but specifically look at the image template option. That gray box on top of our image where it says get a free proposal was created and added by Facebook. And one time these options turned back on by themselves, and that box was like a deep forest green color with the same black font. So not only was it not our branding at all, but it was also hard to read with black on dark green. So as a business owner, if you've been to your own website recently, you might come across your own ad on Facebook if it's a retargeting ad, and you might feel the same horror I did coming across your ad with it looking completely different than how you set it up. This is why that's happening. It's Facebook's Advantage Plus making its own judgment call about what looks good or sounds good on your ad. I would not give Facebook that kind of creative freedom just yet. Brand recall plays a huge part in moving people down your sales funnel and converting them into a customer. And Facebook's additions to your ads are not going to help with brand recall or brand consumer trust, and therefore they have a good chance of deterring conversions. Now, with that said, I want to wrap up with some pointers of what you should include in your ad. To generate sales and leads from Facebook ads, you want to use what we call COA, customer-oriented ads. A lot of business owners make the mistake of running ads that are all about them and not their customer. Business-oriented ads sound like this. We're an award-winning company. We have the best of the best team members. We have the latest technology. We're running a sale, and so on. Customer-oriented ads sound like this. You can accomplish your goals faster, better, easier, or for less using our product or service. Let's look at an example. Our dishwashers are the best. They come with the new Cleaner Turbo 3000 versus you don't have to pre-scrub dishes in the sink anymore with our new dishwasher. Which do you think is going to get a customer's attention more? The second one, right? Why? Because you're directly addressing a pain point that they're currently struggling with. This is an ad from one of our health coach clients, Vince, and he's generated over 10,000 leads and over 23,000 purchases since partnering with us. I won't play the whole video, but listen to what he says here.
Every month, we have hundreds of people that join our weight loss challenge. They don't count calories, they don't count carbs, they don't reduce their portion sizes, and in 5 days, they measure their weight at the beginning and at the end, the weight goes down. Just like that.
So he said they don't count calories, they don't count carbs, and they don't reduce their portion sizes, and in 5 days their weight goes down. He's addressing frustrating avenues that his audience has likely already tried, and he's saying, hey, even without doing all that stuff, you can still achieve your goal with what I'm offering. If a customer hears that you can make one of their frustrations or problems disappear, their ears are going to stand to attention. So instead of focusing on all the bells and whistles of your product or service, focus on the benefits your customers experience from using your product or service, or the pain points and frustrations they can now avoid with your product or service. I'm telling you, from the thousands of ad accounts we've managed, fixing this alone will make a world of difference in your Facebook ad results.